Today's kind of been a different kind of day, you know, from the troll videos to the other stuff. But if you're new to Dad with the Phone, I got to tell you, I am just a dad with the phone. But if I put my number out there and if you call me, you're liable to get your phone call recorded. I record about 90% of the phone calls that come in. Sometimes, you know, if I'm in communication with someone and they're asking me, hey, please don't record this, and I still want to talk to them, then I won't. But sometimes if someone says don't record our conversation, the fact is I don't need permission. Colorado law says it's a one-party state, which means only one of us have to know about it. And so if you're calling me, and I put this out there on multiple occasions, if you call me, I'm probably going to record the conversation unless somehow you get me to tell you I'm not. Some of the family members have asked me not to record conversations in different cases, and I haven't recorded those conversations. But happened to get a phone call from someone, and it was about the phone call yesterday that I released. And I told her I was recording. I said, hey, listen, I'll play that shit and let people know what's up. I'll let you take it for what it is. I don't know this person. They called me out of the blue. They actually called me from a Colorado Springs number, which then made me think it was somebody in Colorado Springs, but I found out it wasn't someone in Colorado Springs. But if you're gonna play the message, the moral of this video for you is, if you're going to play in the internet world, if you're going to play in the true crime world, if you're going to put yourself out there, whether it be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, you're going to get pushback. And the villains in the world are going to try to come after the heroes. And so you're always playing a game of villains and heroes, villains and heroes. And this phone conversation was about someone who has been attacked by some villains. And, you know, she wanted to get the message out there. And I told her, listen, I'll help you get the message out there. Truth be told, I'm going to let her give her message out there because Dad with the Phone records conversations. And so what you're about to watch is a phone conversation that happened about 30 seconds ago. And I am going to put it out there. It's a 20-minute call. It's about the conversation that happened with Letitia and some things that have transpired because of that conversation. Villains and heroes, villains and heroes. Nevertheless, content for Dad with the Phone. So I'm not trying to get involved in the drama of the true crime world, but when people reach out to me, they know. And you're going to hear a little bit about my story in this conversation, because I try to explain to this caller that I have had the worst attacks brought against me, to cops being called on me, people calling my family members in other states and saying some of the most vile things about me. Today I received a bag of dicks in the mail. So what are you going to do, right? So enjoy this phone conversation with Dad with a Phone. If you don't enjoy it, put a thumbs down. If you enjoy it, put a thumbs up. If you want to follow me on all the social medias, my social medias are right here at the bottom of the screen. If you want to throw money in the bucket, people be throwing money in the bucket, bro. I ain't even telling you, bags of money coming in the mail. So if you want to throw money in the bucket, I'm going to keep going on Dad with a Phone. So here's a phone conversation that happened just a few seconds ago, about a minute ago. Oh, I got you.
Yeah, no, I was just wanting to touch base with you because I realized that after being accused of being stepmom and Harvey and everybody else who's a key player in this case, people now are accusing me of being the caller on that phone call. So, I mean, obviously I'm not that person. We have
Who is this?
This is Ivon. I'm Ivon. You're Dad with the Phone.
I'm Dad with the Phone, yes, but I'm trying to figure out. So people are accusing you of being the caller?
Yeah, people in your chat, even while you were playing the video live, like it's all over all the groups now. Like 15, GC sucks and iPod, and I'm like, no, she says, but okay. I'm serious about having existential crisis here. I don't even know who the fuck I am anymore. You know, like, I've been so many people.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Just people are, well, you can't read too much into it. Even the caller that didn't want to be identified, they didn't want to be identified, and so I didn't identify them. But no, I mean, I haven't talked to you, and I don't think you're the caller. What do you want me to do? You want me to tell the world?
Well, I mean, like, I don't really care what you do. I just am just more or less like, I felt like I should touch base with you since it's coming out of your kind of group and then mitigating its way into the other groups. And I'm just like, how I'm talking about the phone. And just let them know that, once again, innocent people are being persecuted. Like, it got so bad at one point that I was getting death threats from people during this case before Leticia ended up in jail because they all thought that I was a stepmom. And I'm like,
oh, they're accusing you of being the stepmom.
Yes, and now they're accusing me, now that she's in jail, now they're accusing me of being the caller that talked to stepmom. It's been a wild ride over here in the speculation group land, let me tell you what.
Yeah, and so do you have a group, or do you have a YouTube or something?
I do. No, I have a group.
Okay, you have a
group.
group.
What Happened Again.
What Happened Again, and so you now I did see some people calling different people out, and so I didn't know, like, I don't know the caller who made that call. I just know they emailed me, and then I kind of checked their different profiles and was like, okay, it's somebody, you know. And these people claim to be out of, they're not even in Colorado Springs, and so well, I'll clear it up for you. So if you want me to clear it up, because
I mean, if you want to clear it up, that would be cool. I just was like I said, I keep in contact with like admins and moderators surrounding the Gannon Stop deal from other groups, and like we all kind of have each other's back. You know, like if something pops up, like, oh hey, look, you know, this is going on right now. You might want to like, you know, get ahead of it before it turns into something it shouldn't, because there's been a real issue with like, it's been let me tell you what, I have seen a lot of wild shit on the internet, okay? Like, that is not a joke. I have like seen a lot of wild things on the internet, but the one thing I have never seen is so many of these, like, I don't know, we call them housewives at this point, that get on the internet and are just like, have nothing better to do but accuse people of doing things they're not doing. You know?
No, I understand. And so do you have any ties to the Gannon case other than just you live in Colorado Springs and you started following it?
Actually, I live in California. My best friend that I grew up with lives like 8 miles away from the top. Well, where they used to live now.
Oh, okay. So you don't even live in. You don't live.
No.
Oh.
And some of my other friends I went to high school with lived in Worsley Ranch and actually know the dogs. But like, other than that, I don't have any actual ties. I mean, Albert's family has reached out to me, you know, and some law enforcement, because of things my group was doing and saying, you know. So we like kind of help filter out like what's real and what's not, you know, and kind of create like a safe environment so that Ticia could keep going on her rants and everything. The more she thought people thought she was innocent, blah blah blah. But that was like some weird other thing, and now that she's arrested, I'm like, okay, so now we get to all go back to speculation, and I'm glad that's over. You know?
I gotcha.
So, but other than that, I don't have any.
Do you mind telling me who from? Do you mind telling me from who on Al's side of the family reached out to you?
One of his sisters.
Oh, okay. See, because I was told that I was told from some of Al's family that Al and Al's family made an agreement not to reach out and talk about it to anyone. And so because they contacted me when I said I made a comment about being in contact with part of the family, they then were like, hey, none of our family is reaching out. So it's interesting that like if one of the sisters is reaching out or whatever. I know that Landon and Veronica, one of the aunts, has been reaching out to people, but I hadn't heard that anyone else from our side of the family was talking to people.
Yeah, no, this is between me and you in the fence, so I hope this isn't being broadcast live.
It's definitely not being broadcast. It's definitely not being broadcast live, but I will let you know that I am recording.
Of course you are. Thank you. I do live in California. You know, roasting people is illegal here.
Yeah, but Colorado is a one-party state. So if you call me and I'm in Colorado making the recording, only one person has to know about it.
Well, yeah.
But now both of us know about it, so you can hang up anytime you want.
Oh no, it's cool. It's cool. Like I've been recorded a billion times before. But no, what I was saying was like that stuff about Albert's family. That's between me and the fence because it was like very mumsy. Just like I'm pretty sure you talk to them too. They're just like almost like whispering out of an alley with those people, like, hey, we need to talk to you, but.
Oh no, I actually talked to their family straight up. Al's brother's already acknowledged that he's talked to me, so no, I talked to him straight up.
No, I saw he went off in your comments.
Well, yeah, and so then he called me, but that wasn't my first conversation with him, and so I've talked to the family since I've talked to part of Tisha's family as well. But I just when somebody says they talk to the family and then the family's telling me like we haven't talked to anybody, I'm always wondering like, well, if they're saying they haven't talked to him and they're talking to me at the same time, like when I even tell him on the phone, I'm like, but you're talking to me, and so it is weird because the family has gotten involved with this case a lot more on social media than other cases. And so I've been through some other cases where the family has kept like literally turned off their social media, but the family is becoming more and more involved on social media. And so it is interesting to see, that they're contacting other people.
Oh yeah. It's just actually I kind of became friends, so I'm just like that has to stay between me and you.
So did you talk to Tisha?
No, I do not want nothing. That is the other thing. I don't want nothing to do with Tisha. Landon and I have kind of had.
This is a recording from earlier.
In public. Because my thing is like I don't want to talk to anybody who's going to court and possibly catch heat, on me, myself, and my person. So it's like I prefer all my interactions to be public. Like if someone's maybe a freaking suspect in a case, like look, I ain't doing nothing behind closed doors here with these people.
No, I understand.
I ain't trying to get in that deep. Like I
so
don't
you
need
just
to talk to somebody to understand, where you're coming from.
No, I understand.
We have books, like we can do character analysis by reading a book. You don't know the characters and half of them made up anyway,
No, I understand. I understand. So you just wanted to call and like because people accused you on my live stream that you were the one on the phone.
It's crazy. It's not just me. Like pretty much, there needs to be a support group for people who've been accused of being the stepmom and others. Because it's nuts how many people. I just kind of got the brunt of it. I got death threats from me and everything else, and I was just like, "This is wild." And then they reported my profile. I'm surprised. What'd you get jailed for?
Oh, I get jailed all the time. I get jailed all the time.
I've never been Facebook jailed. The closest I came was from this whole thing, and Facebook reached out to me because they got hundreds of reports on my profile. And people are like, "This is not a real person." I'm like, no, this is my real profile, and y'all pathetic as fuck.
Oh no, I have to verify. I have to verify. Yeah, I have to verify all my profiles.
Yeah, I had to verify mine too, and I put up my verification. I'm like, I'm iBot, and Facebook knows that I'm iBot, so there you go.
So iBot, how do you spell that?
IBOT.
So just iBot on Facebook, and are you on YouTube as well?
No,
Oh.
I don't do the YouTube.
I
I'm
got
on Twitter, but I mean that has absolutely nothing to do with Gannon.
I gotcha. All right. Well, I will. I'll put it out there that iBot isn't the phone caller, and that iBot isn't the one. Isn't the person on the phone is Tisha? I know without a doubt. And the other person asked me to remain anonymous, so I've just left them anonymous. If somebody figures out who they are through sleuth, then there's nothing I can do about it. But no, I'll put it out there that you're not the caller.
Well, thank you for. I would actually that actually would probably calm a lot of this down. So if you could, I would guess. I think that's probably the best, the best way to go at this. It's just just say, look, it's not iBot or whatever. However you say it, in the ways you say it.
All right.
Because I really don't want to get more desperate.
Well, no, but I would warn you that if you're going to be in like this true crime community and you're going to talk about stuff like in Gannon's case, look, the haters are going to come out and the trolls are going to come out.
Oh, no, I know. Oh no, this is not my first rodeo. This is my first rodeo with, being this involved in a child life. But it's not my first rodeo. I become public enemy number one super fast because I just don't give a crap. If I think something or I say something, I'm gonna say it and I back it up. And people don't like that. And that's fine. But to try and cross it over and come at an individual because I believe in free speech. I'm gonna say if I go and I say okay, well, you know what, I think that this and that. I do say that I think, I make it very clear. I think this and that doesn't mean it's true. But if someone's going to come at me and tell me, hey, you know what, you're not allowed to express your ideas or say what you think, at that point it's okay, you know what, you're a crazy person because what are you, the thought freaking police? And then to be so against it to where you want to cross that line and be well, now I'm going to dox you and I'm going to do this. Okay, well then I'll dox you back. What now? Now we're holding the same deck of cards. Seriously, leave me alone.
I understand. I understand.
It's ridiculous. I don't know. You can hear my little dude in the back.
No
I'm
worries.
just I had to tell my friend Casey to stop me involved. I was Casey, you know what? Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. I care a lot about Gannon, and kudos to you for getting the tattoo. But I don't understand. Maybe you understand it better than I ever would. I just don't understand how so many people are just, how do I say it? Just the hate,
Well, yeah, but you have to realize you got to realize there's 8 billion people in the world. If less than 1%, if a fraction of 1% of those people wake up on the wrong side of the bed and they're just I'm going to go spread some vomit on the internet, people like you or I are going to feel that, and you just move on. You can't let that stuff bother you because I did a video this morning called "The Internet Was Not Going to Apologize," and so nobody's going to apologize to you. They're not going to apologize. And so, the idea that we can clear up that you weren't the one in the phone call or anything, but to get an apology from the internet is probably, you're more likely to win the lottery.
Oh no, I don't want an apology. If you're gonna hate me because of who I am. Don't hate me because of who I'm not.
Absolutely.
And it sucks. It sucks because when you sit back and you actually see this group of people, it's the same people, the same types of people, and they all function in the same hive mind kind of way. And it's just you watch it and you're and half the time I'm fuck, I should just make myself a target again to save all of these other innocent people who really wow, okay, this person really shut their profile down because somebody came and was this is a picture of your kids at their school that freaks them the fuck out. Oh my God, these poor people.
Oh no, listen, I've been accused of vile things. during the Kelsey Barrett case, people called my family, called my sisters, called my mom and dad, and told my mom and dad that I was abusing my children. And so, like, people will do some very vile things. Somebody impersonated me using voice technology and tried to tell my grandmother. They called my 87-year-old grandmother and said, you know, can you send me money? I'm in jail and I've been in trouble because I'm following this case. And so, like, people have attacked my family, literally call my sisters on different states pretending to be people. And so I have gotten the gamut of trolls. Even today I received a bag of dicks in the mail. And so, like, it's just, it is the internet. It is the amount of people that are out there. We have a platform that reaches billions of people, even if they're not watching. The potential to reach, you know, a billion different people are out there. And so, yeah, you're going to get, if you involve yourself in cases, if you involve yourself in this, you're like those people. I'm not worried. First of all, I'm not worried about the one who calls my grandmother or the one who calls my dad or my sisters. I'm worried about the one that doesn't make a call at all, that doesn't. I'm worried about the true crazies. And we haven't had to deal with any crazy, true crazies. We've had to deal with, you know, internet warriors or, you know, prank callers or whatever. But it's not the ones that are yelling and screaming on the internet you got to worry about. It's the ones that you don't see coming.
I had this. Oh my God. You haven't encountered Charlie Lee yet? Charlie Lee made up the cult profile, went to my best friend's mom's profile, got a picture of me and my best friend, used it as their profile picture, then messaged one of my other best friends. And then that friend reached out to me and was like, dude, do you see this profile? And I was like, yep, that's the picture of me. And I was like, invite him to a group chat. Let me talk to this person.
No, I've had that. I've actually had that where people have impersonated other profiles. That's how they contacted my sisters. They impersonated other profiles that were people that I knew. And, you know, they claimed that I was assaulting or abusing my daughters. And so, like, I've had the worst of the worst vile things said about me, I promise you. And so, you know, it's one of those. I've had the cops in my local town have been called by other YouTubers trying to get me swatted. The problem is the cops all know me. And so it's a very, when you play in the internet world, it's a crazy game.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely is. It's like, I just don't understand them. Like, I maybe I'm wrong to just assume that this is like a bunch of housewives, you know, sitting around.
Oh no, there's some. Most of the troll stuff comes from people that get off on that. They're getting off on it. They may be teenagers. They may be, you know, 40-year-old men sitting in their basement jerking off. I don't know. And so, like, it could be 100 different things they are getting off on, you know, causing people pain or causing people heartache. You know, there is the adolescent kid out there. This is the new wave of prank calls. And I look at it this way. I did a lot of prank calls when I was a kid. I may not have been dad with the phone back then, but we wrote the book on prank calls. And so, like, I look at it as I'm just reaping what I've sown in the past. So, but, you know, you have to be a little thicker skinned and realize that, if they control your mind in a sense of you actually have some fear, or you're worried about your reputation, or you're worried about what they're saying about you, then they've won. And so you can't let them do that. You can't let them control you. And my wife is like, I've had people say things to my wife, and I'm like, just don't acknowledge it, you know. And they try to troll my wife, and so you just.
Oh yeah, no, I tell them, like, when people start hitting too close, I just tell them, I'm like, you know what? Don't be surprised if you hear from my handler pretty soon. You know, your handler, what? Like, that's right. I guess you don't know everything about me.
Yeah.
Yes, not. Oh. But.
All right. Hey, I got some other stuff I got to do.
It's really good, but I appreciate it. I appreciate you hearing me out, and I'm just like, this has got to get nipped in the bud, because it's taking the focus off of people really focusing on Gannon at this point, which is like really what we all have left to focus on until the 11th. We're gonna be a bunch of nothing, but still.
I understand. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks.
All right. We'll see you. Somebody had told me I need to carefully inspect this package to make sure there's no bugs. It says press play, but I'll tell you what I'll do. That's a smart little move right there to inspect this package and make sure there's no bugs listening. I'm gonna go put that in my garage. That's how paranoid I am now. I just got an email from somebody, and that's funny. Hey, if you're gonna play internet games, you got to know that there's some bad dudes out there, right? If you're gonna play in this world of the internet, you got to understand there's some villains in the game. And the villains try to come after the good guys. I've had them come after me. You're going to have them come after you if you play in this internet world of true crime. The villains are out there. And this is really a true game of heroes and villains. And so don't read into that stuff. But, hey, if you're accusing people of being that caller, just let it be. Let it be. Nobody needs to get accused of that stuff. So, all right. This has been a phone call with Dad with the Phone. You know it. I always record. If you're going to call, you better be ready to get recorded. Whether I'll be live on the interweb or it's in my app and I play it later, you will get recorded. So don't make a phone call to me because Colorado is a one-party state. Thank God. Or I'd be in federal prison. We'll see you guys later. There you go. Listen, I don't focus on this stuff, but I don't turn free content away. And sometimes phone calls that come into me are worth playing live. So this is just one that came into me today. If you're joining for the first time, sometimes I'll play phone calls. You know, during the Patrick Frazee case, I had people call me who were friends of Patrick Frazee. During the Patrick Frazee case, I had people call me who were friends of Kelsey Barrett. You never know what phone call you're going to get. I had prank callers. I had potty mouths. I had cops calling me, harassing me. I had other people calling me and harassing me. Sometimes it just makes for a break. It's a little break. And I don't know iBot, never talked to iBot, never even communicated, don't even know about the page, don't know about the group, don't know about anything. Obviously, some of you guys have heard and seen them face, or you guys have seen them play back and forth online. So if you're mad at me for posting this, come on. Sometimes I'm just Dad with a phone, and what else is Dad with a phone to do if he gets a phone call? It could be entertainment. It's just a little entertainment for you. So I'm not a drama channel, but you know, every once in a while, touching the drama stuff is fun. I'm a Dad with the phone. I love you, girl.
Love you.
Hey, you going to dance?
No.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you.
I'm just a dad with a phone, but I love to spread love. So don't be hating on folks, man. It's just the internet. Don't get upset. You know, it is what it is. Okay. So thanks for watching. You know all that crap at the bottom already. So if you want to give, you can give. If you want to support, you can go like, click, subscribe. Hey, mad props. I hit 8,000. I'm trying to hit 10,000 followers on YouTube. I don't know why, other than just to say I got 10,000 subscribers. But if you want to subscribe to, I don't buy subscribers. I don't go out there and pay for subscriptions. I don't pay for reviews. If you want to give me a review on Facebook, that actually means something. Facebook reads my reviews and they respond to me and say, hey, Michael, you have some of the greatest reviews a page can have. Keep up the good work. And so if you want to give me a review on Facebook, it actually is more important than subscription to my mind, because people go and read those reviews, those personal reviews you give on Facebook. So if you want to give me a personal review on Facebook, go to my Facebook page, Dad with a Phone, and give me a personal review. It actually does help. So thanks for watching. We try to bring a variety of stuff. Again, I'm just a dad with the phone and a family, and we're following Gannon's case. We're following some other cases. It's good stuff, though. This has been a 30-minuter with Dad. Pretty fun.